What's up, man? Why you gotta ruin my vibe, dude? What kind of right do you think you have to throw random junk into my face?
So what kind of right did I have? Let's think about that question as we go through some disclaimers. So all pictures used in this talk come from the following sources. All right. Hi everyone, my name is Navaraj, and the oceans have always fascinated me. From the shallow waters of lagoons to the deep dark depths of the open seas. I am an experienced scuba diver, and it has always been, and always will be, a dream for me to incorporate scuba diving and open ocean as part of my career.
Hello, everyone. My name is Jez. And yeah, I really like taking a dip in the ocean once in a while. I really love exploring the world's seas, and I hope that one day it can be part of my job as well, to be a marine biologist. But as it now stands, both me and Nava are now students in SAJC, and we're both from 17S15.
President John F. Kennedy once said, "We are tied to the ocean, and whenever we go back to the sea, be it to sail or to watch, we are going back to whence we came." For most of us, the oceans never really crosses our minds. At the most, we think about it when we go to the sea to swim, to snorkel, or, like Jez and I, to scuba dive. But what did JFK really mean when he said this? How are we actually tied to the seas?
Okay, hold on. I think all this JFK quote thing is getting really deep. Get it? Alright, puns aside, I want to ask you guys a really quick question. How many of you here want to make an impact in the world? Can you please put your hands up? A lot of ambitious people. That's good. Alright, let me change the question up a little bit. How many of you here think that you've already made an impact in any form possible? Okay, why don't you take some time and buzz about it with your friend next to you? Go on, just brag.
Wow. Seems like everyone really has a lot to say.
Some influencers in SAJC.
Okay, now settle down. I'm very sure and I'm very confident that all of you have made an impact. But don't congratulate yourselves just yet. These are the kind of impacts that I was talking about. That's right, each and every one of you, including Jez and myself, have contributed to these oceanic problems. Let us focus on the picture on the left. This is Versova Beach in Mumbai, India. Would you visit such a beach? You might not have a beachside home, but imagine if your front lawn, if your garden looked like a garbage dump. Marine animals literally wake up to empty-use plastic bags and fair price vouchers floating around in their living room. About 5.25 trillion pieces of plastic debris currently linger in the ocean. That amounts to 269,000 tons of rubbish that float on the surface. That's a lot of numbers and I'm really bad at math. So let me put that into perspective. That weighs the same as 479 Airbus A380s. Changi Airport, the best airport in the world, can only fit 159 of them. It doesn't stop there. According to the Ellen MacArthur report and the World Economic Forum, the number of plastic debris in the world will outweigh fish by the year 2050. Ironic, isn't it? Well, this is a picture of a sei whale that was found dead in the Elizabeth River in 2014. The poor whale was found far from its habitat in the Atlantic Ocean, and upon an autopsy, it was found that a very small DVD case was the cause of its slow and painful demise.
Okay, all this talk about whales dying is kind of a grim theme. So let me ask you guys a light question, and I want to ask Nava the same question as well. How many of you here like sushi?
Oh man, you're making me hungry. I love sushi.
Okay, let me ask you guys, and Nava as well. How much do you think a plate of sushi costs?
I would say $2 is a reasonable price. Would you guys agree? Alright!
Okay, now tell me man, how much would you spend on like a good plate of sushi?
Okay, if I was treating myself, I'd spend $5.
$5 guys? No? Alright, so tell me honestly, how much would you really spend on a plate of sushi?
Let's be honest, I love sushi so much, I would spend $10 easily on a plate.
$10 guys, that's a lot of money. That's a lot of days worth of canteen meals, right? So, let me tell you guys about the true cost of sushi. It isn't when you come up to the cashier and surrender your wallets and credit cards to be swiped. No. The true cost of sushi is the environmental cost that it brings about. It is this, and it's also this. Now, the matter of fact is that finding ethically sourced, sustainable, and environmentally friendly sushi is nearly impossible. And it's because of pure blind consumerism, of how you and me, of how all of us are like, I don't care what it takes, I don't care how much it costs, I'm completely indifferent towards all of that. All I want is just that nice plate of sushi in my dining table at the restaurant that I usually go to, so that I can eat it. Because of that very mindset, we are literally depleting our wild fish stocks.
I remember once diving in uncharted waters of Nusa Penida in Bali. It was beautiful. The corals were bright and colorful, the fish was abundant, and the water was warm and very inviting. All of a sudden, everything turned green. The corals seemed dead, the fishes were scarce, and the once cozy environment turned a grim cold. It shocked me. So after the dive, I consulted the dive guide and I asked him, how did such a drastic change happen? That was when I learned the truth, the horrible truth, of unethical and overfishing. Blast fishing has been a common practice, not only in the waters of Indonesia, but all over the world. This method of fishing involves the use of explosives to stun and kill the fish, just for the sole purpose of collecting them in large quantities. Similarly, bottom trawling literally scrapes the oceans of its contents. Look at the picture on the left. This is the seabed in its natural state. The picture on the right shows what happens when bottom trawling takes effect. If you thought that unethical fishing was horrible, overfishing is horrific. According to the United Nations, 17% of current fish stocks are overexploited, 52% are fully exploited, and 7% are gone. Over 90% of all large predatory fish have already been exhausted, and numerous scientists have agreed with one another that by 2050, all our sources of fish would have been depleted. That means no more pan-seared salmon, no more fish head curry, and no more of our favorite sashimi.
All this talk about losing food stocks kind of makes me a little bit stuffy, so please don't mind me, I'm just going to try to take this off.
Whoa, Jess, hold on. You can't do that here. I'm sure that if you take out your wetsuit in public, we would face some seriously dire consequences.
I mean, I'd take those consequences if I were you, right? Anyways, there are some consequences that I'm pretty sure that all of us here would like to avoid. The consequences brought about by the very issue that makes me want to take off this wetsuit of mine, which is global warming. Okay, most of you are probably going to be like, yo, hold on, aren't you here to talk about the oceans? Why are we returning back to the whole shenanigan of global warming after all our GP lectures? Well, the truth is, whatever actions that you contribute towards global warming kind of has an effect as well to our ocean, causing oceanic issues. Now, to put it simply, oceanic problems is kind of the byproduct of global warming. And so, take some time, pause, ponder, and then reflect. If we don't change anything about our lifestyle, if we don't radically switch up our mindset, we're all going to be in for a double whammy. Not only are we going to get the negative implications of global warming, but whatever oceanic issues that we are having right now, whatever implications that may affect us, will also take place.
It all sounds rather bleak if you put it that way. But remember at the very beginning when we asked you about the impacts that you have caused? Well, listen carefully, because now together we are going to learn how we can create a ripple effect that will cause major differences. It's time for us to take that step in improving our oceans and hence improving our world. You can start with
Number one, being active in fighting against global warming. This includes turning off your light when you don't use them, and skip your car for a day, and take the bus or the MRT. Conserve as much energy as you can, and emit as little carbon as possible towards the atmosphere. One person's action may not seem like a lot, but multiply that by like a million, by a billion, by nations on a global scale. The changes brought about will be huge. Alright, secondly, we can all start to consciously recycle. By this I mean throwing away your trash according to its categories: paper, plastic, glassware, metals. This will go a long way in ensuring that none of your NTUC plastic bags or fair price vouchers ending up in some poor turtle's stomach, killing them, or in some person's beaches.
How many of you here own pets? Anyone? I surely do. I've got a lovely dog back in Indonesia named Snowy. Aww. Cute, right? Yeah, I know I am. Just kidding, just kidding. But seriously, we can all agree that pets are wonderful. And to those of you who disagree with me, stop lying to yourselves. They're so cute. What if I told you that you can be owning a pet and be saving a species at the exact same time? That's right. For about a $25 to $100 subscription, you can adopt animals such as narwhals, seahorses, and even hammerhead sharks. Don't worry, you won't have to go through the hassle of cleaning, maintaining, or feeding these animals. You will be getting a certificate of adoption, but more importantly, you are ensuring that these animals are cared for just the same way you would care for your very own pets.
Now, in line with SAJC's 40th anniversary, lives have to be made, and hearts have to be awakened. So now it comes to the question, what about marine conservation? What about the ocean makes lives and awakens hearts? Well, we hope that after this experience that we've taken you through, that your heart is awakened towards the importance of improving and subsequently maintaining our ocean's health in generations to come. If you've taken that step in committing against further crippling our ocean's health, your children, your children's children, they'll realize how lucky they are and how you've just saved them from a world full of dirty seas and dirty beaches. No, instead, you've delivered to them hope. Hope that one day they can enjoy crystal clear waters like me and Navaraj would have had, and how you would have had with your family somewhere, some time ago. Hope that when the end and darkness seem like the only outcome for all of us, we can all unite, turn towards the cradle of life, and fight it together as one planet Earth.
Hope that by caring for our open waters, we can truly be more than just a drop in the ocean.
Thank you.